The world has evolved, and so has the meaning of parenting. The process of promoting and supporting the physical, emotional, social, and intellectual development of a young one from infancy to adulthood by becoming their guardian, irrespective of who you are to them, a father, a mother, an uncle, an aunt, brother, sister, or anyone who is ready to take this responsibility, is now known as parenting. But as we are progressing towards a modern framework of parenting, we are getting inspired by the way parents in other countries are nurturing their young ones by providing them with all the best in the class facilities like schools, universities, passion based classes, and even doing multiple jobs to get them whatever they ask for, and not letting them realize how you were able to meet their demands in the first place. Always keeping them engaged in some or the other activity. But we are missing the most important aspect of parenting, which is time. Hello everyone, my name is Prateek Bagre. Welcome to Bagre Reacts. This is the first time I am exploring a topic in the category of human behavior and psychology, that is time, the missing link in the modern framework of parenting. So, let's get started. I live in India, and parenting is a very talked about and joked about topic when it comes to the Indian style of parenting.
I came back home and told my mother, "Mummy, tutty tutty na kara karo." We're educated people, but Indian mothers have a very extreme reaction. आज के बाद मैं कुछ बोलूंगी ही नहीं.
Because as an Indian parent, nobody wants anyone to point a finger towards their child. When we talk about Indian parenting, we cannot even count how many tactics and thought processes are actually out there in motion in the minds of the parents to protect, teach, and interact with their children. First of all, I would like to stress on 5 unique points in Indian style of parenting. Discipline.
परंपरा, प्रतिष्ठा, अनुशासन.
Indian parents want their kids to be disciplined no matter whatever they do. There are certain codes of conduct established in Indian households which should strictly be followed by the children of the family. Risk averse mentality.
सॉरी एक्चुअली मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि कितने कमाल के फोटो खींचे सर उसने. इसको आप इंजीनियर क्यों बना रहे हैं? इसको तो वाइल्ड लाइफ फोटोग्राफर बनना चाहिए.
सुनिए,
बहुत आगे बढ़ेगा.
हाथ जोड़ के आपसे गुजारिश करता हूं, मेरे बेटे का फ्यूचर बर्बाद मत कीजिए.
Indian parents believe in playing safe. They just want to see their kids make a stable living. So they will try to convince their kids to go in a line of work which assures a secure future for them. They don't bite the idea of following your dreams. Influence of living in a joint family.
ये कौन लाया? डैडी?
नहीं, मैं लाया.
आप लाया? आपके पास पैसे कहाँ से आ गए भाई?
वो जूतों के लिए पैसे दिए थे ना.
हाँ?
ये तो अभी 1-2 महीने चल जाएंगे. दादी का लेटर पढ़ना है ना. पढ़िए पढ़िए, शर्माइए मत.
Almost 16% of families in India are joint families, which means a great deal of Indian kids live under the same roof as their uncles, aunties, and their cousins, which exposes them to broader spectrum of perspectives, morals, and ethics, which are all important factors for shaping of a young mind. The treatment of a newborn child as God. When it comes to Indian parents, I think it's safe to say that there is nothing more important to them than their kids. Unlike the families in the West, a majority of Indian parents do not rely on babysitters and nannies to look after their children. Newborns and toddlers are taken care of as if they are the center around which their parents' worlds revolve. Academics.
A preposition is used to describe the relationship between a noun and a pronoun, and an interjection is a word thrown in to express feeling. Have you got it, Mr. Ishan Nandakishore Avasthi?
Considering the fact that education was a luxury that not everyone could get back in the past, Indian parents put a huge emphasis on academics for their kids. They may not necessarily push them to do good, but deep down inside, they want them to. Now let's look upon some recent studies and research data related to our topic. Student suicide rate in India. In India, a student commits suicide every hour. Only 30% of student suicides are because of failing in examination. The rest 70% are forced career choices, poor education system, and not speaking up. As discussed earlier, Indian parents are not very fond of the idea of following your dreams. Hence, they try to convince their kids to take up more conventional courses like engineering or medical, as they are perceived as the path to a stable career. Other than this, the success rate of the majority of competitive or entrance exams lies between 0.6 to 5.5%. A competition so intense can create a level of stress which cannot be handled by everyone. Other than this, students choose not to open up about their anxiety or mental illnesses with their parents. The reason for this can be lack of empathy, time, understanding, or a combination of all. Post-pandemic parental stress. The pandemic has been a tough time for everyone. Children and their parents are no exception to this. Not only do parents have to work from home, but also have to look after their kids who are adapting to the new form of learning. In some cases, parents also have to face issues such as wage cuts, job losses, and losing a loved one. A study conducted on parents and children quarantined in 2009 during the H1N1 influenza showed that the high stressful isolation increased parents' psychological distress that in turn had an impact on their children's well-being. Children who have parents with high levels of stress showed more externalizing problems and developed less emotion regulation. Healthy parent-child relationships positive impact on child's development. All humans are wired with a strong sense of need for love and to be loved. When kids have a secure relationship with their parents, a strong foundation is being built for their behavior, values, personality, and traits. These kinds of relationships lead to children being able to have healthy relationships from childhood through adulthood. When kids feel safe and loved, they gain higher levels of confidence. It increases self-esteem. They are able to develop much healthier cognitive, emotional, and social skills. A strong parent-child bond usually leads to that child being able to face adversity better and develop resilience. Strengthening the parent-child relationships require work and effort. Parenting is a tough job, but by maintaining a close relationship and open communication with your children, parents can stay connected to them during all stages of life. So, for this discussion, I have divided these young ones into two age groups, namely children under the age 12 and those who are of age 12 and above. As there is a slight change in approach when it comes to the children under the age 12. The more time and attention they receive, the better they connect with their parent. On the other hand, when it comes to the children who are of age 12 and above, the quality of time outperforms the quantity of time the parent spends with them. So let me tell you about some activities that you as a parent or a guardian can do with your young ones to strengthen your bond with them, irrespective of which country or state you belong to. First, I will suggest you 3 activities for the children under the age 12. Make them a priority in your life. Your children need to know that they are a priority in your life. They can observe excessive stress and notice when you are not paying attention to them. Sometimes, part of parenthood is not worrying about the small stuff and just enjoying with your children. They grow up fast, so take advantage of your precious time together while you have it. Let them help you. Parents unintentionally miss out on opportunities for closeness by not allowing their child to help them with various tasks and chores. Unloading groceries after going to the store is a good example of something that children of most ages can and should assist with. Children feel powerful when they help. They can also help by giving opinions. For example, Asking a child which shoes look better with your dress lets them know you value their opinion. Of course, if you ask, be prepared to accept and live with their choices. Use positive discipline. Using punishment is the most common way that hurts your relationship with your child. Discipline means to teach, not to punish. You don't need to punish to teach. Using positive parenting to discipline can strengthen your bond. Being positive is not being permissive. You still set reasonable rules and enforce them, but you don't become mean or punitive when your child breaks your rules. Using positive discipline means teaching, guiding, and correcting your child in a kind and firm way. Now I will suggest you 3 activities for the children of the age 12 and above. Respect their choices. You don't have to like your child's mismatched shirt and shorts or love how they have placed pictures in their room. However, it is important to respect those choices. Children reach out for independence at a young age, and parents can help to foster those decision-making skills by being supportive and even looking the other way on some occasions. Listen and emphasize. Connection starts with the listening. When your child expresses a different opinion from yours, listen without judging or getting upset. Acknowledge your child's feelings, show them you understand, and reassure them that you are there to help with whatever they need. This sends a message that you will listen and help your child with difficult issues or situations in the future. Try to see things from your child's perspective. By listening and emphasizing with your child, you will gain mutual respect. Travel together. Every once in a while, go on a vacation with your children. It can be a trip to a beach, a road trip, or a trip abroad. You can choose the destination together, chalk out the itinerary, and decide what to pack. Experiencing a new place together can be a great way to strengthen the bond with your child, but only after the whole pandemic situation cools down and the government decides it's safe to travel again. I truly believe in what I say in my videos, and I encourage you to try at least one activity of the many activities I talked about, and you will definitely see some positive changes in your relationship with your young ones. Thank you for watching and listening. Make sure to like this video if you find it worth your time, share it with others, and comment down below your thoughts and views about this topic. Subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload my next video. But to stay updated, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All the links are in the description below. I will be back with a new video for you all. Till then, stay safe and let's react in a way that makes sense.